Asana. Okay. So typically you'll register. I am logged in, and I'm not going to go unlog and register, but you'll basically go to asana.com and then register your email. I will recommend that you customize your profile settings. So if I come here, I would recommend that you change your notifications. I actually don't want to go there because you're going to see everything that I have. But you'll want to change your notifications so that it's not notifying you every time you put in a task or not, unless that's what you want. Like for example, I have my husband on here, and we would be, clicking off stuff and we were getting notified and we were like, my gosh, this is annoying. Okay, so kind of the lay of the land. What you have is, this is your to-do list. I'm going to just come up here now. This is my Do Susan. This is a search I've created that I favorite, and it's my priority ones that are due right now. So if I said that, I can just see, in fact, there's just one thing that's left on my list for today. If I get to it, great. And then I have two things that are coming up tomorrow, because where I'm recording at, it's after 5 p.m. Pacific, I believe. I don't know if it goes off of a certain time zone. It might go off of the time zone you're in. But at 5 p.m. it'll start showing your tomorrow items, the way I set it up. But here it'll be like all of your favorites, so that you can look at. And then any teams that you might be on, like here's my husband. Any projects that you might have, that I have down here. But I don't want to overcomplicate it. Essentially, you just want a to-do list of items. And then if you click on something, you have like who it's assigned to. This is assigned to me. When it's due. Does it repeat? I have mine repeat 1 day after completion. You can do, weekly, monthly, yearly, periodically. Mine's, you can have a due time. You can have a start date, but again, that's a premium feature, and I really find I just don't do the start date. And then you've got the task here. You can put in a description. Let's see, balance my energy. This is a good one, because you can see that there's subtasks, which is this here, which shows you, like, I think of these as almost like milestones. And you'll notice that if it has like a bubble like a comment bubble, that means that there's more to the side, and you can click that. And I usually do this once a day, where at the end of my day, it's like, or at the beginning of my day, I have like a ritual in the morning and a ritual at night. I quickly mark these off. Like I just ask myself, what do I get to do today? I'd like to just pray with God briefly to share my needs, which is always give me peace, give me faith. And then thanks for what he's done to feel calm. And then I usually like to do a walk out in nature, because it just helps me feel grounded to the universe and my spirituality. So essentially, and you can just keep going on and on and on. You can assign these to different people. You can give these due dates. I don't get that anal. I just usually have one at the very top. But you can see, and I could assign this to a project if I wanted to. I can use tags. I can attach files to it or images, and then I can do other things like delete it, copy it, print it. I can do full screen, like if I want to get rid of all that other stuff. But that's just kind of the lay of the land. I usually use my naming nomenclature. You'll see here P1 and P2. So you'll learn, in fact, I think I've already talked about it. So the priority 1 and the priority 2, yeah, we did in the baseline. So if it's a priority 1, then I know it's really important. So I typically look at my P1s that are due now, and then I might have P2s that are due now. So these are some things that I've noticed. Here's some notes that I've written for myself that I wanted to get done tomorrow, but it's just some random notes. And then, or I just have like a due for all. So I can see them all together, and I've had them sorted by due date. So it defaults to due date, regardless of P1 and P2 on all of these. And then sometimes I like to look out until a week in advance, like what do I have, or maybe everything that I have. I don't want to like show you all my my stuff. So I typically plan my day. I'll come in, I've got the app online, which again is free, which comes with the free version, and I'll look at my P1s. And I just go through them. I'll look at them in the morning and see, and it's usually when I'm doing balance my energy, like what do I get to do today? Well, I get to, I love this relationship development class that I'm taking right now. So I get to do that. It's great. There's different things I can do. Okay. And then once a week when I do the review, renew, and recommit, I just kind of look at my everything that's due in the next week, and I see if there's anything that I need to plan for. And that'll be in an upcoming lesson. So then, like I said, you have the app. There's advanced things that you can do. You can assign, let's say, a task to multiple projects. So if I say copy a task, the way you could do it is you could say you want to keep the same assignee, the same due date. It just copies it, and then you can modify it. You could also multi-select a bunch of stuff and make a copy. So I just did a Control-C to copy, or I can do a copy here, right click, and I could put this in here if I wanted to. So it makes it a lot easier. Oopsies. Go back. Oh, I see what's happening. Okay. There's some team use cases you can do too. You can do this with your team. You can do project management, so you can delegate stuff to them. I used to use that for some of my team and would look at stuff. So I've got like Pete, Jeremy, Dawn in here, but we've just migrated off and we're going into Jira at the office as our standard. So that's fantastic. And then that way I can just stay here for my side, but you can do it for, let's say, for goal setting, meeting agendas if you wanted, one-on-ones, inviting others. And then in the download section, I'll give you a list of what I'm talking about here, and I'll also give you a link to the best Asana videos in order to come up to speed really quick. They have a really good help section too, by the way. So you'll see in here, like it'll talk about using my tasks. I don't do that kind of stuff in here. I find it overwhelming the way they do it. I don't do my inbox, and I don't do the dashboard. Just don't do anything like that. I keep it as simple as possible. And this is the best way I've done it so far.